Hello, Sports Recap fam. If you notice, I have not done an analysis on the latest game this week. I've decided I'm going to do videos from my analyses the rest of this year because it's just much easier for me to get my thoughts out via talking to y'all rather than just writing on Facebook. My analyses in the past few weeks have taken about 1.5 to 2 hours for me to organize all my thoughts. So I will definitely start doing video. I'm hoping my analyses from here on will not be Wednesday. Today's episode will be part analysis from Wake Forest, but my other analyses will probably be before Wednesday. Like I'm just gonna take a couple days to get my thoughts together and then talk about it. So let's get to the Wake Forest game. Lots of good things to talk about. Carolina did beat Wake Forest 49-24 in Kenan Stadium on Saturday. Wake Forest came in with the ACC record of 4-1, and UNC came in with the record of 1-3. Um, what I didn't like was early on, Shoot went to his run, run, run. He went to that running philosophy that typically is not doesn't get it done. Now the big problem here was the fact that Wake Forest has the ninth out of 12 HTC teams in pass defense. So what she probably should have done was pass to death to stop the run instead of vice versa. But she was very stubborn and he started to run early. Now our scoring, especially in the first half and even in the second, was there was a lot of big plays. Like Renner was throwing the lone ball and Dwight Jones was coming. He came down with the ball a couple of times, and there were two big plays where he made the catch, and they were both pass interference calls. Eric Highsmith also did his thing, two touchdowns, the first two touchdown game for him in his career. Our offense had 562 yards of total offense, and our defense totally shut down the high flying attack of Wake Forest. Like Tanner Price, they were always shut down. Wake Forest only turned over the ball 5 times prior to Saturday. They turned over the ball 5 times on Saturday. Um, crowd was pretty good. They were pretty late, but they came out and they made some noise on third down. First and second down is pretty much still students. Third down, I wish third down would get a lot louder. We can definitely make deafening third downs. If nothing else, we can at least make our third downs ridiculously loud. So we can work on that. But our crowd was really good. Um, also, that was our second in-state opponent. We are now 2-0 in state. Um, It's good for the team and everybody to get redemption against Wake Forest. Last time we played Wake Forest was a 34-0 blowout in Winston-Salem. So it's good for Carolina to get back on the winning track there. Um, let's see. Now we're going to look ahead to the state game this weekend. Um, no, before we get to the state game this weekend, one concern I did have was the block punt that happened early in the first quarter. Well, we just spotted Wake. It should have easily been 7, but our defense clamped down and made sure it was 3, not 7. The punt team, the Thomas Hibbert has punt block in the first half somewhere. I can't remember exactly where, but Wake Forest got the ball right then and there, and they were able to run it all the way back to the 6. So they had first and goal at the UNC 6-yard line. The problem with the punt coverage has been there must be something teams are seeing on tape. This has been brought up several different times by many different people. Um, Something that we're doing with our punt coverage. I feel like when teams go all in on our punt coverage, they can probably block a punt. I've never felt safe when we punted the ball. If our punts weren't blocked, they were right there, really close to punting to blocking the punt. Like it was not that good. So I've never had confidence in that. Our special teams, I don't have extreme amount of confidence in their coverage when they do kickoff returns. They seem to allow the opponent to get to like the 30 or 40. But after last year's debacle, I will take it. Of course, we lost NC State technically off a kickoff return last year, if you remember. No, excuse me, punt return. Um, let's get to the state game. Um, as we see, State has had a 4-game winning streak against UNC. Um, so Tom O'Brien is 4-0. Now, the stats to remember here is the fact that Butch Davis was here all 4 of those years. So Tom O'Brien against Butch Davis has been a mismatch, and I found out that it was a mismatch even earlier than that. When Tom O'Brien was at BC and Butch was at Miami, Tom O'Brien still owned Butch then. So it's a coaching philosophy thing. Also, NC State has benefited from Russell Wilson. 3 of those 4 games. The first game, when Bush first got here, the team sucked. We're still off of budding talent. So why are you not surprised here? Also, Bush played it down, so that didn't help. And in the last 3, Russell Wilson has bailed y'all out. Especially my freshman year, Russell Wilson was converting 4th and 20s like it was nothing. Last year, Russell Wilson was running around and created this Hail Mary touchdown of nothing. It should have been a 20-yard stop. So, none of that. Everwood's definitely hyping the team up. This team is acknowledged state as a rivalry. I'm glad because I have also. This is very important. Our team has to get up for it. You have to be sick of teams like State who are like, yeah, we can't beat anybody else, but we could totally beat you guys. You have to be sick of that. That has to go on your nerves because it's certainly got on mine. So our team's definitely out to go. The last time our team has been this fired up about an away game, the score was Carolina 28, ECU 3 in Greenville. So this is big. NC State's team isn't really that good. They're 91st in total offense nationally, and they're 70th in total defense. So they're not really that good. Big stat. State has been outscored 24-65 in the first quarter this year. Now, keep in mind, UNC has outscored its opponents by a good margin this year in the first quarter. They've allowed only 3 touchdowns in 9 games. 2 to Miami, 1 against Clemson, and 1 of those touchdowns were on a short field. Also, UNC has outscored its in-state opponents 28-0 in the first quarter. Keep in mind, because our team just seems to have this different philosophy when they play these in-state schools now. So if I was State, I'd be very scared because our team is definitely looking out. Our seniors, these people have not beaten State, so they're definitely fired up, getting ready to go out there and snap the streak. I think it's going to happen. So that's all I have to say. Please, our game this Saturday is 12:30 on the HDC network. We'll be kicking off at Carter Finley Stadium in Raleigh, and hopefully I don't come back. Rephrase. Hopefully I do not have to come back next Wednesday and talk about how bad State fans are. Don't give me a reason. Like I don't tend to be arrogant. I don't even arrogance is not me. Arrogance is not a thing I do. However, if you treat me like trash, people need to hear about it. And when I was my freshman year, we were treated like trash before, during, and after the game in Carter Finley Stadium. They won the game. So if that happens again next Saturday, you can believe that I'm gonna be right back up here bashing their tails, win, lose, or draw. So that's that. I hope you have a good rest of the week, and hopefully we can beat State this week. Beat State.